Well, hello there, and welcome back to my channel. And it's that time again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages, it's once again time for Whatever Wednesdays here on my channel. That's right, the day of the week, yes, every week, where we draw whatever comes to my mind. And today, my mind decides to harken back to the mid-1980s, when there came a movie that you'll either seem to love or hate. Tomatoes, or more appropriately, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. That's right, the cult classic B movie where the little red villainous tomatoes would go around killing people at will. Not really, it's a movie. And if you just so happen to say tomatoes a little too loud, they'd spring up from somewhere and spell your doom and send terror across the neighborhood. Again, not really, it's just a movie. It debuted in 1978 as a parody film by J. Stephen Peace and John DeBello, and led to 3 sequels over the next several years. It actually opens parodying Alfred Hitchcock since The Birds came out. People laughed at how the birds would never revolt against humans, but then strangely enough, there apparently was something in 1975 that happened with birds where they did attack people, and people didn't laugh at that anymore. Well, as far as I've heard, but I've never actually read anything official about that. So, yeah. And so, boom! The Tomatoes attacked in 1978. This cult classic made quite a killing in the box office. And there was also a lot of fake blood and tomato juice on set as well. Many an actor died in the making of this film. Not really, it's just a film. Such as after drinking tomato juice, and others were attacked in a swimming pool, and all kinds of ridiculous incidences. I mean, it was the 70s, and just like the Star Wars films and every other film of the time, the graphics were practical effects at best. So yeah, but they still have special places in many a moviegoer's hearts, I am sure. I wonder, did people ever refuse to eat tomatoes after the movie came out? It was the late 70s and the early 80s, so I was but a wee lad, barely born in fact, so I don't know. I mean, I know that the tomatoes were called historically the devil's apple, and is a member of the nightshade family, so maybe it's fitting for such a villainous species to arise from such a little fruit. But I don't know. I guess only time will tell. So what do you think? Did you love or hate the tomato movies? Or was this the very first time you've ever heard of them? There were 4 movies and a cartoon series as well that several comic books came from, of the juicy little baddies. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes in 1978, The Return of the Killer Tomatoes in 88, Killer Tomatoes Strike Back in 90, and Killer Tomatoes Eat France in 91. Never heard of some of these. And actually, the sequel, for those of you who may not know and probably don't know, well, it was actually one of George Clooney's first movie roles. Yeah, I wonder if it's one of those films he kind of wishes we'd forget about. Well, not this guy. Hey, George, hashtag tomatoes, dude. And well, I guess all I'm going to say now before I leave you here is that there is a reboot. Right? Well, at least there's some initial filming. Not sure where that's going. Just like with so many other reboots like He-Man and Thundercats. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to see if they actually follow through. COVID and everything, you know how that goes. And budgets. Speaking of sequel movies, I have a B-movie sequel movie idea that I'd love to have made or someone else make. So if you're watching Hollywood, drop me a line. It's right here. Oh yeah, and for all my lovely viewers, please subscribe and hit that notification bell button so that you can get more content every time I upload right here. And also, let all your gorgeous friends in on our little secret. That'll really help my channel grow because, you know, algorithms and all that. Please, 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 please. This is it. We've come to the end. We've finished another we're coming to the end credits of yet another video here on I'm Kinda Sketchy. And as always, I'm your artist Logan, I'm Kinda Sketchy, and I'll catch you laters.